Breaking news tonight, we are covering a tragic story out of San Antonio, Texas. 6-year-old Sezani Stevenson and 3-year-old Miyani Islar were tragically found dead inside a car Saturday afternoon. Their mother, Tiona Islar, told the Bexar County Sheriff's Office that the children died after being left in the vehicle just before 3:30 p.m. But the sheriff is saying that the stories is not making sense and there is inconsistencies. We're going to cover all of this on the other side of this.
Coming in clutch, better tighten the pearls. Dropping cold facts, got the truth for the world. No smoke, no fluff, just the real that we trust. Hold on to your seat, cause I'm coming in clutch. Coming in clutch.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is September 21st, 2025. It is currently 12:31 a.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Hello, everyone. Good to see you all. Really do appreciate you very, very much, guys. I'm just trying to open up a couple things here. So we were just left the live stream about Jack and Lily. I did want to at least get to this case before my day was done. And this is a tragic story. 2 children are dead. And it's just not sounding good. They are 6 years old. Sezani Stevenson and 3-year-old Miyani Islar and their mother, Tiona Islar, Islar. She is being questioned at the moment. I want to take you straight to the presser that was done. It was a mini presser today. Sheriff spoke about this. We're going to be covering all of this as it develops, as everything develops. It's not good. It's not good. Well, you know what? Now we'll just go to the presser first. Guys. If you would do me a favor, the SSI, okay, thank you. If you would do me a favor, please hit that thumbs up button. Would greatly appreciate that. Let's get to it.
Of hot car deaths involving 2 children. Approximately.
Now, I do want to say here that the mother claimed that she left. Mirla, when did you send it? The mother is claiming that she left the kids in the car and they died of a hot death, but not so fast. The sheriff is saying that there's some inconsistencies here.
3 years old and 6 years old siblings who the initial story that we were given, or the story that we have been given, I should say, was that the 2 children were in the car. They were found in the car by their mother. Apparently, the children were at some point brought into the home, and when our first responding deputy arrived on scene, he made every effort to begin life-saving efforts on the children at the same time. What's described to me is that the deputy was simultaneously trying to perform CPR on both children, but unfortunately was not successful to that point.
Can you imagine that poor deputy trying to perform CPR on 2 children?
EMS arrived shortly thereafter, and unfortunately the children were pronounced deceased here on scene. As I mentioned, the initial report was that the children were left in the car. However, I can tell you, without going into too much detail, unfortunately, I'm not able to go into too much detail. There just are some inconsistencies with the story that we're being given, that at present, I'm not too confident. I'm not confident enough to give you all that that's definitively what happened. So at this point, we've taken the mother of the 2 children downtown. She's being questioned at present.
So it's seeming like the sheriff is not really mincing his words here, that he's saying that it's just, I'm not really going to tell you right now, but it's just inconsistent. You never hear about 6-year-olds dying and being left in a hot car.
Is being mostly cooperative with us at this point, and so what we're hoping for is that in talking to her, it may be able to shed some more light on the situation. But as I mentioned, with the inconsistencies that I'm seeing in the story and in some of the evidence, we're just not prepared to say that that's exactly what happened. Esta tarde, aproximadamente las 3:25 de la tarde, nosotros recibimos una llamada por un reporte de 2 niños que fueron encontrados muertos en un carro. Los niños de 3 y 6 años de edad se aparenta que fueron encontrados por la mamá, que ella, por la historia que nos están dando, la mamá sufriendo de ya los declarados hechos con después, when she fell asleep, mom, por cierto, ¿qué es lo que pasó?
About how long do you believe the kids were in the car for?
Well, so according to the initial information that we have, the last time the mom reports having seen the children was about 10 o'clock this morning when she fell asleep. And then around 3 o'clock is when the children were found, reportedly. But again, with some of the details that we're seeing, just something's not adding up with this case. Mm-hmm. And so while I'm certainly not prepared to say we're going to be making any arrests at this point, right now, it's just too soon to tell.
Is the only one there at the residence?
From my understanding right now, from what we're gathering, there's the mom and the 2 children. And the last time that the children were seen was inside the residence. But then when she reports finding them was after 3 p.m. in the car.
Is the mother a person?
Last time they were seen were in the residence, but they were found in the car.
Of interest or suspect at this time?
Well, certainly she's a person of interest. I mean, being that she's the last person to have reportedly seen these children alive, certainly that certainly puts her as a person of interest. Now, I say that with some caveat that obviously, as you know, the terms person of interest and suspect are not used interchangeably. Person of interest simply means we want to talk to somebody more in connection with this case. But if it comes to the point where we're considering her or anybody else a suspect, we will certainly be letting everybody know.
Are you able to elaborate on the inconsistencies?
No. At this point, I'm just not comfortable elaborating too much. But we're finding some things that just are not adding up. And certainly, anytime. Well, obviously, any loss of life is extremely tragic. When you're talking about a death involving 2 children, to the deaths of 2 children, certainly we want to handle that case to the nth degree as far as detail goes.
Absolutely.
And you know, as soon as we're able to get more information that we can release, we absolutely will. We are asking anybody with information, anybody within the neighborhood, to please give us a call if you have more information on what may have occurred today or any past history. You know, there are some early indicators that there had been some issues with regard to this family involving possibly the Bexar County Sheriff's Office and possibly calls to CPS. And so again, anybody that may have information to share or video of the area around that time, anytime between 10 a.m. this morning and 3 p.m. this afternoon, please give us a call, 210-335-6000. You can also email us at bcsotips@bear.org, and you can remain anonymous if you do so choose to call us or to send us an email.
I was going to ask, do you know how many times BCSO has been out to this home before?
I don't know that we've physically been out to this home a whole lot of times, but from what we can find, there's at least one call for service that involved CPS having become involved. You know, and obviously anytime CPS becomes involved, it's because there's you know, suspicions of some sort of child neglect going on. So right now we're going through the records. The medical examiner, I'm sorry, we're still waiting on the medical examiner to arrive. The CPS investigator just arrived on scene. And so we're right now at present comparing notes to see what can be found.
With the two people that died, you know, was it a little boy, a little girl?
I believe it's a little boy and a little girl. I believe the little boy is about 6 years old and the little girl is 3 years old. And my understanding is that the little boy, the 6-year-old, is autistic.
Was the call for service this year regarding CPS or
it was at some time prior, but I don't recall if it was this year or in years past. But my understanding is that this family has only been living here for about 14 months now.
Did deputies or were deputies able to get a temperature check inside the car to see how hot it was?
No, at present I don't have any information that they obtained a temperature check. But when the deputies arrived, the children had already been taken inside the residence. But I don't know what, if anything, was checked on the car at this point.
And who removed them from the vehicle? The mother? Correct.
That's the report that we're being given, is that the mother removed them from the car and took them inside. But again, that's where any video that the neighbors may be able to share with us would be certainly crucial, whether it shows, you know, that activity taking place, her coming out and taking those kids out of the car, or of course, obviously, absence of any video of that occurring could also be equally telling. Sí, el niño tiene aproximadamente 6 años de edad y es autístico. La niña tiene 3 años de edad.
¿Cuándo fue la última vez que nos decía que la madre vio a los niños?
La última vez que ella nos reportó que ella los vio fue aproximadamente a las 10 de la mañana. Ella se acostó a dormir y ya cuando ella despertó aproximadamente a las 3 no los encontraba y luego se aparenta que ella los encontró en el carro ya muertos.
Okay, entonces nos dice que esas son algunas de las inconsistencias.
Hay inconsistencias que nosotros estamos encontrando que ahorita no puedo dar mucho detalle, pero nosotros estamos encontrando en video. Are you talking about from a con ella?
What should your average person do if they stumble across a scene like this?
Well, I mean, certainly the sooner that you can start. Are you talking about from a parent's perspective or just anybody?
Anyone seeing a child in a car, either unresponsive or just alone and it's hot?
So, you know, for example, if you're out in a public place or even in a neighborhood and you see children locked in a car, and it's even a relatively warm day. You know, like an 85-degree day doesn't seem uncomfortably hot necessarily, but inside a car on an 85-degree day, that car could easily be 100, 125, 140 degrees inside of a car like that. I would certainly feel comfortable giving people the advice that if you come upon a child locked in a car, make every intent to open the doors initially. If they're locked at that point, it's safe to say, break a window, do whatever you have to do to get that kid out of there. You know, we can always ask for forgiveness later, but you know, certainly we don't. Any second, every second counts when you talk about a child.
Break
in a hot
the
car.
fucking window. Absolutely, absolutely, 1,000%. See if there's anything. All right. What's this? All right, this is News Channel 4. This is the car, apparently, that they were supposedly found in. And here's some of the crime scene. Now, they did say that DCS has been out there before. Um, and that the police may have been out there before. The mother, let's see if there's anything else. It looks like, you know, like a housing development of some sort. Let's see here. But, you know, San Antonio is hot. Very, very, very hot. Let's see. I don't have a picture of the mother or the kids right now. If anyone's seen a picture, send it to me, please. Let's see what he says here.
Initially, a report of hot car deaths involving two children, approximately 3 years old and 6 years old, siblings who the initial story that we were given, or the story that we have been given, I should say.
Okay, that's the same press conference as we just watched, just a different camera angle. Now they're saying something is not adding up, and I want to go to KENS 5. For that, credit goes to them. KENS 5. His Spanish is on point. Okay, here we go.
Left her children in a hot car. A deputy.
I'm sorry, you don't leave your kids just in a hot car, especially if your ass is inside. I mean, come on. Your chat's glitching. Who leaves their kids inside, 3 and 6, and one of them is autistic, for hours?
Tried to save them, but they both died. The sheriff says her story just doesn't add up. KENS 5 reporter Mike Jimenez with what we know so far.
Sheriff Javier Salazar says the children's mother was taken downtown for questioning and says there are some inconsistencies with her story.
I'm not confident enough to give you all that that's definitively what happened.
Sheriff Javier Salazar says deputies were called out to a home on Chancery Gate near Culebra Saturday just before 3:30 p.m. for a report of a hot car deaths involving two children.
Approximately 3 years old and 6 years old, siblings who the initial story that we were given, or the story that we have been given, I should say,
Yes, January.
was that the two children were in the car. They were found in the car by their mother.
Sheriff Salazar says the mother told a deputy after she found the children in the car, she brought them inside the home.
Our first responding deputy arrived on scene. He made every effort to begin life-saving efforts on the children at the same time. What's described to me is that the deputy was simultaneously trying to perform CPR on both children, but unfortunately was...
Yeah, I see. I saw that, Susie Q. I saw that photo when I was looking her up, but I wasn't 100% confident that that was the mom. You know what I mean? So I didn't show it at this point.
Not successful to that point.
Salazar says when EMS arrived, they pronounced both children dead at the scene. According to the mother, she told deputies the last time she saw her children was around 10 this morning when she fell asleep.
And then around 3 o'clock is when the children were found, reportedly. But again, with some of the details that we're seeing, just something's not adding up with this case.
The sheriff says the mother was the only one in the home with the children and is the last one to see them alive. Salazar says the 6-year-old boy was autistic and his sister was 3 years old. The sheriff says there may have been a history of issues with law enforcement in the family.
Possibly the Bexar County Sheriff's Office and possibly calls to CPS.
The Bexar County Sheriff's Office is asking anyone with information about this case, including video of the area between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m., to give them a call. Mike Jimenez, KENS 5.
Right. I don't understand it. I mean, my car, which to me, I'm glad it does for some people, I guess, but my car, it says check for children or pets behind you. I think that's what it says. It says check in the back seat or something. I don't know, something like that. And I'm like, I just don't understand how someone can forget a kid, to be quite honest with you. But, that's just me. All right, couple things here. I'm going to go over here. My son's F-150 has it, yeah.
Still remain as to exactly what happened. Night Team Zaria Oates has been on the scene and following this closely. Zaria, what can you tell us?
Hey, JP, yeah, just 30 minutes before we came on the air, we found out the identities of those two young children who died at this home here behind me. The 3-year-old's name is Miyani and the 6-year-old's name is Sezani. And just before we came on the air, just a few minutes ago, we found out that their mother is being charged in their death with 2 counts of injury to a child causing bodily injury, severe, serious bodily.
That's brand new. So they are charging her. Oh, wow. Okay. Here we go. Let's go back.
We found out that their mother is being charged in their death with 2 counts of injury to a child causing bodily injury, severe
injury to a child. And guys, this is an interesting one because remember, 2 children. People say 2 children, because one child, people just thinks one child will just generally be hurt. Not true. Not true at all. Multiple children.
Serious bodily injury or death. We don't know if more charges will come soon, but Sheriff Javier Salazar said that he will keep us posted and that they will continue to investigate what led to these children's death. Here's a little bit about what Sheriff Javier Salazar had to say earlier today.
When the deputies arrived, the children had already been taken inside the residence.
Several Bexar County deputies responded to a call about 2 children left in a hot car. We now know both children died. One was a 3-year-old little girl, and the other was a 6-year-old little boy with autism. However, Sheriff Javier Salazar says he's not sure how this happened.
The initial report was that the children were left in the car. However, I can tell you, without going into too much detail, unfortunately, I'm not able to go into too much detail. There just are some inconsistencies with the story that we're being given.
About how long do you believe the kids were in the car for?
The last time the mom reports having seen the children was about 10 o'clock this morning when she fell asleep. And then around 3 o'clock is when the children were found.
She didn't fall asleep. All of these people say that they fall asleep. It's a convenient way to say, I don't know what happened.
Reportedly.
A medical examiner made it to the scene, but we're still waiting on a confirmed answer as to how the 2 children died. Considering the initial call for help was about children being left in a hot car, we reached out to University Health's Director of Injury Prevention about why children being left in vehicles is life-threatening.
In a matter of 10, 20 minutes, it can skyrocket an additional 20 degrees. And so if it's already 90 degrees outside, a vehicle can spike up to 120. And when a vehicle has been outside for some time, we have seen temperatures as high as 160, 180 inside of a vehicle.
If you come upon a child locked in a car, make every intent to open the doors initially. If they're locked, at that point, it's safe to say, break a window, do whatever you have to do to get that kid out of there.
Sheriff Javier Salazar did also say that they have received a call for service to this home before for this family that did involve CPS. He couldn't give an exact time frame on when that call came in, but of course now we know that the mother is charged with 2 counts of injury to a child. That mother is Tiona Islar. We We also know that Bexar County deputies are asking anyone in the area, any neighbors, if they have any surveillance video of what may have occurred outside of this home today, September 20th, between the hours of now 1 p.m. and about 3:30 p.m. is what Bexar County deputies.
1 p.m. and 3:30 p.m. Yeah. It's an oven. It's literally an oven. One of the children is autistic.
Are asking now if you can get that information to them. You can contact the office at 210-335-6000. Live on the far west side, I'm Zaria Oates.
The mother.
This afternoon, about 3:25, we got a call out here.
1 second here. That's crazy. Wow. So the mother is saying that the children entered the vehicle on their own sometimes after 10 a.m. Then one of them opened the door to get in, but the other was not able to open the door to get out. Yeah. Yep. People are saying west side again. Far west side. Keep southeast side. You do not. It's long over there. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you think about that, the mother who is saying if one kid got in there after one kid was already in there, and if they got in there, they could get out, right? That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. I'm trying to find out how the mom is. Okay, she's 28 years old. I bet you this is her. It says she's a content moderator. Content moderator. Yeah, 28. Yeah. All right. Mother. Okay. Yeah. Mother arrested. Okay. Here's this. What kids say? Hey, let's go play in the car. Yeah. It just doesn't make sense at all.
All right. Thanks a lot, Phil. We are following breaking news. 2 children are dead after being found in a hot car today by their mother. We have just learned moments ago she is now being charged. According to the Bexar County Sheriff's Office, the mother, identified as 28-year-old Tiona Islar, says she last saw her children in her home around 10 this morning. The home is located on Chancery Gate near Culebra on the city's far west side. It was around 3 o'clock this afternoon when deputies say Islar found the children inside the family's car, but it was too late. The 3-year-old and the 6-year-old boy with autism could not be saved. Sheriff Javier Salazar said many of the details, though, did not add up.
Fortunately, I'm not able to go into too much detail. There just are some inconsistencies with the story that we're being given that at present, I'm not.
Yes. They said 1 to, I think, 3:30 p.m. 1 to 3:30, relatively short period.
Too confident. I'm not confident enough to give you all that that's definitively what happened.
Islar is now facing 2 charges of injury to a child involving death resulting in death, and deputies are still investigating the exact circumstances of how the children died.
Yeah.
They're asking anyone out there in the area who may have video to contact them.
Tonight, people have descended on the Phoenix area for Charlie Kirk's funeral tomorrow.
Yeah.
It is just hours away. Thanks for joining us. For
second. Just absolutely crazy that this is happening. The sheriff said there were several inconsistencies. Let me show you where the home is. So this is supposedly the home right there. I believe that was it. Make sure. 7600 block is what it says. So I think it might have been it's one of these two one of these right through here. They're like, small little but it's new, new homes. So I don't know. That's really sad. They said that CPS. I'm wondering. They said the mom was home 3 houses down. Yeah, third house. 7611. Right there, yeah. That's what I was thinking. Okay. So they said that the mom was there by herself, which to me is interesting because does she not have a man in her life? She's got a man in her life. She's got to have a man in her life. Houses are very long and narrow. This one has 1 window here. This one has 2. 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. Okay. Some of them have 2, and some of them have 1. Maybe they're flipped. I don't know. Just noticed that though. So yeah. Can we see cameras? When was this done? This was March 2025, so that's not a camera, that's a light. I mean, probably some of them's got some cameras here, you would think. You would think some of them's got some cameras. There's a Ring doorbell right there across the street. 7606. Right there. I mean, shit. Look at there. Definitely a Ring right there. There's a camera. Look at there. Oh yeah, there's a camera right there. No camera. I don't know if that's a camera or not. Definitely one right there. There's cameras. I love cameras. Yep, cameras don't lie. What did Rosalie say? I just got here. Why did she leave them in the car? Why was she doing for 5 hours? I think I saw. Well, she says they were in the car. They got in the car. She was asleep and she woke up. She found that they were in the car, unresponsive. She took them out of the car and put them in the house. But I don't think so. What do you mean go around a carport? There's a camera on the edge, on the end. No, I want to go up here. Can I not go this way? Oh, they haven't went this way yet. Okay. That's not a camera. Definitely one right there on the corner. Right there at the garage. Right there. Yeah. That might be one. But yeah, there's these houses haven't been there that long. You can still see the sod where they put the sod there, so they've not been there long. I think some of these are still for sale or rent or whatever they do. Okay, wait a second. I mean, that looks like a long house. They're long and thin houses. right? I wonder if they buy these or do they rent them? They probably buy them, don't they? That's what I would think. But it's this house right here. 2, 3, right here. 7611. And they're all, they're cookie cutter houses, so there's nothing. It's hard to differentiate. Like, there's not really. They've got a little table thing right there. Yeah, that's all it is. Let me see if there's anything else, y'all. The children were identified by the Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office, but their cause and manner of death are still pending. I mean, the mother reportedly told deputies that she last seen the children around 10 a.m. when she went to sleep. She told investigators she brought them into the house around 3 p.m. Salazar said the mother had previously had encounters with Child Protective Services and that the one child had autism. It's going to be very interesting to see what happened. Oh, they're government homes? Are they government homes? Is this the one of them? Both of them died. Both children. So it's going to be interesting to see how it happened. That's what I really want to know, because this is a death of 2 children. She is charged right now with, what did they say, Mohawk? Hey, Sarah. Government low-income homes. Yeah. 3 and 6. Yeah, 3 and 6. I don't know, y'all. Can I JCD? Injury to the child. Yeah, injury to the child causing death. I'm concerned about the serial unaliver we have in Houston. Is there one in Houston? I think there's one in Austin. Boy, Austin and San Antonio used to be my stomping grounds, baby. I know all about it. I kept I-10 hot, honey, from San Antonio to Austin. And Corpus. I've been to Corpus many times. Bexar is. I know I say it every time. I don't even know why. My entire family lives there. I still say it. I'm dumb as hell sometimes. Oh God. Anywho. Yes, they have 14 bodies found in Houston. Wow. Same thing's going on in Virginia right now, and somewhere else. Sent text. Okay. Is this the home? Oh, yeah. Thanks. I appreciate that. Check this out. check this out. Okay, so these are one of the homes. This is be what it would look like inside. 4 beds, 3 bathrooms, 1,530 square feet. I like that color paint. So I guess these are, you can buy these homes. It's a nursery. So you can buy these homes. And they are, how much are they? $173,935, 194 estimated market value. Wow. They are like townhomes. Yeah, they're like little, townhomes, yeah. Those are nice for being low rent. Yeah, they're for sale because that's the address when it was on the market. I think 7611. What was the address? Yep. They're all for sale. Holy shit! I paid it's my mini home here in Nova Scotia. It's on. Well, this is the thing. People say, "Oh, well, it's where you live," and it kind of is, but it kind of isn't, because if you live in like a very dense area, things are very expensive. But if you live in a not dense area and it's hard to get things there, things are very expensive. So it's like, what the hell do you do? Everything is astronomical now. Everything is insanity expensive. It's crazy. 200,000 doesn't get you much here. Yeah. I don't know. Some places, I know during whenever, what was it? The Great Recession happened in Florida, you could get cheap houses. Oh my God, you could get cheap houses. That house in King County, Washington would be 400,000. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, happy birthday to your daughter, Sarah. Happy birthday, baby. Every block in my town has homes for sale. Yeah. 200,000 won't get it. 400 to 500 average home here in Tampa right now. Yeah. It's getting so ridiculous. Like, it's only making it to where only wealthy people can only afford a home. You know what I mean? And like in America, is the American dream, like a home and a picket fence and 2.5 babies. And that's kind of unfair. Location is key though. I have water every direction from my home. less than 10 minutes any direction and go to the beach. Yeah. I want to live next to the beach. I want to live next to the beach. I would love that. I want to go. Prices are going down. Are they, Joe? Not any more campers and sheds. Oh, yeah. A lot of people are doing the small houses. You know, in America, we have huge houses compared to people in the UK. My sister bought a home in Scotland. She's been there 15 years now. And she paid 500,000, I think it was, whatever, pounds. I think that is what it was. It's ridiculous. And like, she has to pay for so many extra services. I'm like, how the fuck do people do that? I'm stuck where I am now because there's no apartments I can afford on my own. My rent in Cali is $3,000. I can't even imagine California. I watched this thing with Brian Enton. He did a really good piece on it the other day with Mel Gibson. And Hollywood is dead. I think that's what it's called. Is Hollywood dead? Because they have just absolutely taxed the shit out of people in California. They cannot live. And everyone that's making movies now, Mel Gibson was saying he wanted to do one day of filming, makeup filming in LA. And he said it would have costed him more to do that one day of filming than it would buy everyone's trip from wherever they were in the United States, send them to some country, house them there, feed them, pay them, all of that for 3 days than it would for that one day to get them from wherever they were in the United States to LA and do the one day filming. Bulgaria. Thank you, being Florida. And like, if you go to some countries in South America, some South Asian countries, if you have $1,000 a month, you will live like a freaking king. You'll live like a king. King. You have $3,000-$4,000 a month, you will live. You'll have a driver, a cook, cleaners, anything you want to do. Thailand is very cheap. Are you from Indiana? You're from India, Anna, not Indiana. You're from India, Anna, banana. Yeah. A lot of my family's from South Asia. I'm in Indiana, Sherry says. India, the same. Yeah, India, you can get. India, Pakistan, you can get, you can live like a king. Very well. Very, very well. Love the brush life here in the north. I like anywhere that's warm with a beach. That's all I need. warm beach, and that's it. Really. You moved to Arkansas. Where did you come from, Shirley? Yeah. I will probably end up in Florida or Texas eventually. Do I like Tucson? Yeah, I like Tucson. I mean, I could live there half the year, maybe. I like the water, though. Oh, Leslie, let's see. I live in the mountains. I've lived in the mountains my entire life. I've been all over the world, but I was born, raised, lived. There's nothing flat here. Nothing. If it's flat, it's completely man-made. You're in Texas, Lexi? Yeah, I love Texas. Texas, I mean, I'm not really crazy about the Texas beaches, but oh my God, the last time I was in the Corpus Christi, like I got in the water and it felt like bath water. It was freaking hot. Like, dang. Oh, Redwoods of California is nice. I drove, I did one of my bucket list. I flew into Vegas and drove to Vegas to LA, and then drove from LA up the highway coast, drove to San Francisco, and then I drove from San Francisco to Portland, and then I drove from Portland to Seattle, and then Seattle to Vancouver, and then I hopped on a plane and left. And that was a drive, let me tell you. But it was so worth it. Too dang hot in Texas, and hurricanes will destroy you. There's something everywhere you live. Don't matter where you live. Cottage in the summer on a private island on a lake in winter. I don't know. I just can't. I can handle winter here until mid-December. And then I'm done. January and February, I'm done. It's just too hard on your body. Don't let the fire ants get you. Well, when I was in Texas, I let the anoles get me. The little lizards. I put my shoe out on the patio and I stuck my foot in it. Squashed that mother chicken. Ooh. Austin. I love Austin. Yeah. I love Austin. I love San Antonio. No, Corpus don't know winters at all. Yes, they do, Sarah. January, February, March. You are so done with it by then. Like, I hate it. Like, everyone's sick. And I mean, Canada, I can't even imagine, because here we get 3 hours of daylight, it seems like. I mean, it's seriously dark. 4 o'clock. It's like lights out into the nights. Well, they are longer, naturally. Oh, you would love the Rocky Mountains. They're pretty. Very pretty. You should see the Grand Canyon. I want to be a snowbird, be in Florida. But I don't know. Just a couple more years and everyone will be graduated in my house. So that's when I'll do it. Just got to wait for that. I'm not homeschooling teenagers. The beaches in Northwest Florida are beautiful. Yeah, if I live in Florida, though, it's going to be in Central or South Florida because Northern Florida gets cold. It gets cold. Too cold for me. If I'm going to move that far, I'm moving fucking south. Just telling you that. I don't want to feel the cold up on my body at all. What's winter? Though I love going to Canada for Christmas every year. Yes, it's nice to visit. It's nice. I mean, my family who's raised out west, my other side of the family, they come here and they're just so excited for snow and all of that. And they're just like freaking out. And, we got snow up to our ass cracks, literally. And I'm just like, you're dumb. Dumb. Like it's snow. I mean, there's people here that they're like, oh my God, I love winter. I'm like, oh my God, you're mental. No outdoor bugs in winter. Oh, give me the bugs. Oh, I'd rather have bugs any day than cold. Me too, Susie Q Winter. CCQ Canada, not Susie Q Winter. Well, I'm halfway to 80. Way to 80. I like it cool, but not cold. Well, when it's -11 outside, it's miserable. It's miserable inside. Outside, like your furnace doesn't get a break. It is so miserable. You start your car and the belts are so tight they scream. They're like, oh. So, I mean, it usually doesn't get that cold. It does. Sometimes you'll have like a week, maybe January or February, that it'll do that. But it's usually, 20 degrees or so here during the night. I know, Sarah. I know. -23 there. And it's miserable. It's miserable. Wind chill. It's even colder than that here. Yeah. I mean, for Canada, like Canada's Florida, you got to remember, Canada's Florida is Michigan, right? Massachusetts. Like most Canadians live pretty close to the United States border. So they're Florida. You go up any further, you become a penguin. That's all I can tell you. Have you ever had brain freeze from walking outside? I don't think so. Or like Alaska. Yeah. What's that, Bubby? I have all season tires in Subaru and Brezza. I haven't put chains on for years. I don't think chains are even allowed here anymore. No, you can't, Mary. You can't. There's only like 10 states or so. Cars need to come with new safety features to avoid situations like today. Some people are way too unreliable and shouldn't have kids to begin with. EL, I hear you. Yeah, I mean, like I said, my car does tell me, thank you for your support. It does tell me with kids. For me, I can't imagine just leaving a kid in the back, but people are airheads or sometimes got things on their mind. But this is the thing with this mother. She's been charged. She's been charged with something with, I can't remember if Mohawk's in here or not, but she's been charged with does someone remember what she was charged with? And it'll increase later, but the death of her, so she did something, or at least she's being accused of doing something. Yeah, but I do agree. There needs to be. I mean, you just recently there was that CPS worker who left a kid in a hot car. They took a kid out of a home because they said the child wasn't safe. And the CPS worker left the kid in the car and died. I live in Virginia. No, I said it's dark by 4, not 4 hours of daylight. No, I said it's dark by 4, really 5. But it's terrible. They need to get rid of the time change. I hate the time change. Can't we have one time? Can't we be like Arizona, Hawaii, maybe another state that doesn't, like, we don't need a time change. That's for when farmers were doing whatever. Yeah, I miss the days of curfew being the street lights. Yeah. Almost. I hate it when it's dark at all. Hold on. YouTuber, what'd you say? Damn. That's crazy. The farmers all have machinery now. Yeah. I mean, it used to be to save electricity or something like that. We don't need it. All right, guys, it's 1:31 in the morning here. I'm done. I've got to be up. Not as early in the morning, but I still got to do things in the morning. I'll be following this, and we'll finish Jack and Lily tomorrow. And tomorrow we're going to talk about that David, but it's D4IVD or something like that, the rapper, and his Tesla. The child, he was with that child, and she's found dead. Yes, to me, winter is very depressing. You don't get enough sunlight. So I take a lot of supplements. I hang out under a glow light like an iguana. Do it all. All right, guys. Good night, everyone. God bless. Appreciate you.